Hey there everybody in YouTube land. Haven't done a video for a while, so I thought I'd make a video while I'm working with this guitar. For everybody who's recently subscribed that is interested in wood turning, appreciate your subscriptions. Thank you for signing up, and we'll have some more wood turning videos coming before long. My son just bought a new wood lathe and he's pretty excited about that, so look forward to doing some more wood turning videos. But for now we got a guitar we need to work on, so just shoot a quick video of it. It's an Ibanez, and I guess I got that upside down. The name on it is a Talman, T-A-L-M-A-N, Talman, T-O-L-M-A-N, something like that. Really a nice looking guitar. Has some nice figuring in the wood on it. Just really beautiful wood. We've got it out here on the kitchen table. A couple of problems with it. It's got a broken string for one. The jack for the electrical plug has fallen down inside, so I need to get a new nut for that. When I first got a hold of it, the neck on it was bent like a banana. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but I relieved the string tension on it and it straightened out just a little bit. I'm going to straighten the truss rod out, see if we can get the neck straightened out, put some new strings on it, get it all cleaned up, see if we can fix that jack. I don't know if we can see the light in here is pretty bad. The model number is a TCY 20VV 1204, something like that. Pretty nice little guitar. It's kind of a smaller size, like a parlor size or a 3/4 size. Has a cutaway in it, but just really beautiful wood. So we'll see if we can't get the strings off of it, get it cleaned up, and get it playing again. Okay, I don't know if that can be seen in the video. It's kind of hard to see, but the truss rod is kind of buried down in the hole there, and I really can't get the hex key down in there far enough to get into the end of the truss rod. It won't fit down in there squarely. It'll just start in there, but it won't go down in there far enough that I feel good about turning it. So I'm going to have to get a little wood chisel and clean that channel out just a little bit, just enough that I can get that hex key all the way seated clear down in there before I try and turn the truss rod. I do not want to strip the end of the truss rod out, so I'll do some cleanup on it and try to get the fingerboard all cleaned up and wipe the body all down with some Roncinol while I'm waiting for my son to get home. Then I'll borrow his wood chisels and I'll clearance that out just a tiny bit so I can get down in there. Alright, here we are so far. Got all the frets polished. I'll skip you the boring, tedious video of that. I just polished them with sandpaper, starting at 400 grit, then 600, then 1000. Then I used a product called Never Dull that you can buy at auto parts stores for polishing chrome and stuff. And polished them with those. They're nice and shiny and just glass smooth now. Very nice. That electrical plug gave me a fit because the sound hole on this thing is so small I can't get my arm in there past about my wrist. Luckily I've got a couple of children with long skinny arms, and had one of my daughters reach her hand down in there. She was able to stick the jack through there far enough that I could get a nut and a washer on it, but now I can't tighten it down. There's several tools available. You can buy one from StuMac. There's another one, I think it's called a jacket tool, J-A-C-K-I-T, that have a little expanding end. You stick the end up inside the plug and then turn a thumb screw, and the end of it expands and holds the plug while you tighten the nut down. I've seen a couple of people make homemade tools on YouTube, and I tried to do that. The one guy used one of these things. It was a like an anchor that you put into a wall, and he screwed an eye bolt into it, and he put the anchor in the end of the guitar there in the jack very gently, and then turned the eye bolt, and it expanded that anchor just enough that it would hold the jack still while he was able to tighten the nut down. But I cannot find the right size anchor at my local Home Depot. I'm going to try something different. Show you in just a second here what I'm going to try. Okay, so this is what I came up with, and I think I saw this on another YouTube video somewhere. I'm going to take a 1/4-inch wooden dowel and stick it in there just enough to where I can kind of get a bite on it. Not too deep, and then I'm going to turn it to the side just ever so slightly. Put a little pressure on it just so it's got a little resistance, and then I'm going to try and gently snug that nut down, hopefully without turning that jack. It feels like the nut's tightening up, and I don't see the jack turning. I'm trying to be very gentle. It's quite a nice guitar. I don't want to damage anything. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Look down inside the hole and just make sure that jack hasn't spun around and pulled the wires loose, and I think that will do it. And I'll seriously consider buying a better tool in the future, because I'm sure I'll run into that in the future. Okay, I don't know if my camera will pick that up if I can get enough light down in there. Looks like probably the camera's not going to pick it up, but you can see that jack down in there. Right back there. And to me, it looks like she's still straight. It doesn't look like I've twisted the wires. Looks like there's no damage. And everything should be in good shape. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back together and plug it in, see if it works. Okay, my next step on this little thing was to clean out that channel so I can adjust the truss rod. I got out my inexpensive set of Harbor Freight wood carving chisels. And I got out my mallet that my son turned for me on his lathe. It's kind of a basic, quick mallet. And I took just a couple of slivers of material off of the bottom of that channel so that I could get the Allen key down in there. And I got my Allen keys, or my hex keys. Allen key is a brand name, not a tool name. And I found that the one that fits it the best is a 4mm. Okay, 4.5mm won't go in there. I figured it'd be metric, being an Ibanez. The 5/32 goes in there also, but it's just a little bit sloppier. Maybe that was the 4.5mm one. Anyway, the 5/32 one will go in there, but it's just a little sloppy. The 4mm goes in there and fits tight. If you measure them, there's only just a little bit more than 1/1000th of an inch difference, but you should use the proper tool for the job, or you could tear up the inside of the truss rod nut and then you'll be in a pickle. So we'll try and adjust the truss rod, make sure the neck's straight, get some strings on. Oh, we're going to oil the fretboard too. Put some linseed oil on the fretboard and on the bridge to protect and seal it, and then put strings on it, adjust the truss rod, check the relief on the neck, and then see if it'll play. Okay, we've got it all ready to string up. Got the bridge and the fretboard all oiled up with a little linseed oil. These are the strings it's getting. According to the Ibanez website, that's what it came with. AXPs, and they're 12s, 12 to 53s. So I'm going to put back on exactly what it came with. It's not what it had on it when it came to me. It had 13s or 14s on it, but I'm going to put back on what it had originally. See how it sounds. I never tried these before, so we'll try them out. Okay, it's been a long time since I did a guitar video, so I just thought I'd go over a couple tricks that I learned from Dave on Davey 4557. Really great site if you're going to work on your own guitars. Not a bad idea to number your pins as you pull them out, your bridge pins. When you put your strings back in, a good trick that I learned from him is take your string, line it up with the bottom of your pin, and then put a little kink in it at the top of the pin. When you put that pin in, it goes in and it holds the string just a little nicer. Pop that down in the hole there. Follow it in with the pin, it just goes in there just slick as could be. And when you bring it up to this end, a lot of people are unsure of how much to leave. So he recommends you go one tuner past the tuner peg that you want it on, and then put another kink in it. So up here, put a kink in it, and that's how much extra you leave to wind around the tuner pin. And that seems to work out really well. Those are tricks I learned from Davey4557. Go to his YouTube channel and check him out. You'll learn a lot. Okay, this is our Ibanez Talman that I've been working on. Got the jack fixed so I can plug it in. Got some new strings on it. Sounds very nice. Sounded horrible when we got it. Just sounded very nasally and very boxy. And it's got a small body on it, so it didn't project much, but it sounds much better now. I've enlisted the help of a young girl for a demo because the guitar is owned by a young girl. So let's see how it sounds. But where it really sounds good, I thought, is when you plug it in and turn the volume up. I think it has a really nice sound when you run it through an amp. And I don't have an acoustic guitar amp. I'm just running it through a little Squire cheapo electric guitar amp, an SP10. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so there you have it. Getting ready to send it back to its owner. Hopefully she'll enjoy it. Sounds pretty good. I think it worked out pretty nice. Thanks for watching.